we were discussing about what is electrode potential. Yes, Muzammil, what is electrode potential? How you will define electrode potential or standard electrode potential? Yeah. So what is electrode potential? Standard electrode potential is when you have concentrations as unity, then the electrode potential measured is standard electrode potential. So what is? Huh? What is standard electrode potential? Yes, Taizir.
Ma'am, like there's like a potential difference between the electrode and the electrolyte, which is called as
Electrode. The potential difference between electrode and electrolyte is called electrode potential. As if this electrode potential is measured when the concentration of the electrolyte is unity, then it is called standard electrode potential. And yesterday we were defining about cell potential also. That is the potential difference between anode and cathode is cell potential. So when you have two half cell and you are connecting it to make a complete cell, the potential created in the cell due to the difference in the potential of anode and cathode is called cell potential. So that's what the term we discussed. So this is what the next thing which we gonna discuss is about comparing EMF and electrode potential. What is the difference between electromotive force and electrode potential? There is no current, yeah. EMF means in physics you already might have learned about EMF. So here the electrode potential difference across the terminal of the cell when there is no current is flowing is called EMF. The next two definitions you have already learned, but that has been just given for comparison only. So if you want to write, you can write, but this is something that we have not discussed in the last class. So electromotive force, EMF, is the potential difference in the potential between the terminals when there is no current is flowing is called EMF.
So the circuit isn't complete then?
Sorry, Jonathan?
I didn't understand that point. Like, how can there be potential difference when there's no current? So the circuit isn't complete
If
then?
you connect the electrodes through the external wire, then the electron is moving. That is when the current is flowing in the opposite direction, right? If that movement is not happening, the electron is not transferring or the current is not moving in the opposite direction, that connection is not there, but still the potential will be there, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
That means when you have a cell, when you're not using it, it's not using mean there is no current is produced by it. When you're putting it in an instrument or somewhere, then only that cell is acting as and producing electricity, right? So when it is no electricity is produced or no current is flowing, at that time, what is the difference in the potential of anode and cathode terminal is called electromotive force.
Okay, ma'am.
Right? That means when there is no electron transfer or the movement of current is happening, so still it's two half cells are there inside the system, but still that's not connection is incomplete. That there is no transfer of electron or the movement of electricity current. At that time, in that condition, what is the potential difference between the terminals is called electromotive force or EMF. The next two definitions we have already discussed, what is electrode potential and what is standard electrode potential. So I'm not again going into that. And in yesterday's class, I was having I was asking you all a question. How can you measure the standard or the electrode potential in a half cell? How you will measure the electrode potential in a half cell?
We assume one is standard quantity and we compare.
Compare, yeah. Just like we did for atomic mass, relative atomic mass. Here also, because we know that half cell is just like an piece of metal dipped in electrolytic solution. So you cannot, because this potential is between a metal piece of metal and an electrolyte. So you cannot measure its electrode potential using a normal voltmeter. So measuring directly is not possible. So we are applying like condition where one half cell which is taken as a standard half cell, then using that standard half cell you will compare the electrode potential of all the other half cells. So that's what we're going to discuss in the next slide. Yeah, before that, measuring the calculation, like measuring or calculating the E cell, that is the electrode cell potential. I mean the cell potential of a cell can be calculated this way. E cathode minus E anode or E right minus E left. Because when you are drawing a diagram of an electrochemical cell, we always draw cathode on the right side and anode. That's why when we draw zinc and copper, no, we draw zinc on the left and copper was there on the right. That is a normal, what you can say, system where when you represent an electrochemical cell, always the left hand side will be the anode and the right hand side will be the cathode.
What do you make of the concentrations of the species
Electrolytic concentration 1 mole per liter or 1 mole per decimeter cube. That's what. Sorry? But don't write in the exam. You write it for your notebook. So the cell potential can be calculated using this equation. The numericals are coming, so at that time you can use this. If you know the electrode potential of cathode and anode, then the overall cell potential can be calculated. Cathode minus anode or E right minus E left. Right and left mean the electrode on the right side and electrode on the left side of the diagram. Yeah, I'm coming to that point, but because it will be discussed after the measurement of electrode potential, so you will understand better. No. It's coming anyway in the coming slide. Only the, yeah, what I have shown here only you write. We'll come back and discuss it later, because first you should know how the measurement is done so that you can compare the value as a positive and negative. So set equation to calculate the cell potential is E cell is equal to E cathode minus E anode or E right minus E left. Now we are moving to the measurement. As I said earlier, we are taking one half cell as a standard half cell and comparing to it, we are measuring or we are finding the value for the electrode potential of all the other half cell. So again, the problem is which half cell can be taken as a standard. So after a lot of discussion and research, they finally found that they will go for SHE. She. What is she? She. Finally, they decide that she will be the standard. Who is the she?
Is it standard hydrogen electrode?
Yeah, standard hydrogen electrode. So that will be taken as the standard. So that's what here you can see. Potential of individual half cell cannot be measured. So that's what we are going for, a system where you take a standard half cell, and that standard half cell is SHE, that is standard hydrogen electrode. Okay, first you can write this one. I'll just underline what is important. The potential of individual half cell cannot be measured. So what you have to do is like you have to connect a half cell with a standard half cell. So it's better if you write the entire thing so that you will be clear on why we are going for the standard system. So what you can do only is always you can measure the EMF when you have two half cells connected. For an individual half cell, you cannot measure the potential. Only thing is that you have to connect two half cells to connect to find the EMF. For that, if you know the value of one half cell, then the second half cell, even if it's unknown, you can calculate its electrode potential. So that's what the system we're gonna do it here. We are making the value of one half cell as a constant, that is standard hydrogen electrode. Again, the problem, hydrogen is a gas. It's not like a piece of metal like how you do for zinc or copper or aluminium. So how hydrogen can act as a half cell, right? It's a non-metal and it's a gaseous state at room temperature. And you can see here the representation of half cell is platinum solid, H2 gas, H plus aqueous. I'll explain that, and its potential is assigned as 0. Its value is fixed as 0.0 volt. That's how we write for hydrogen half cell, standard hydrogen half cell. Even though it is not 0. There will be a potential between hydrogen and H plus ion. But still, as the value will be very less, negligible, we'll take it as 0. And comparing that 0 with other half cell, you will find the electrode potential of every other half cells. Yeah. Second point also write completely. Yeah. Or you can just extract them what what you can say, reframe in your words, whatever. But this is very important. You should know half cell called standard hydrogen electrode, and the representation is important. Platinum solid, comma hydrogen gas, then H plus aqueous. Usually it's written like this, okay? Platinum solid, comma hydrogen gas, then one line, then you have H plus aqueous. This is how the standard representation. That means hydrogen is in a gaseous state. There is no solid form of hydrogen you can get, right? If that means you have to decrease the temperature to very low. Hydrogen first should be liquefied, then solidified. That is not possible at room temperature. That is why we are using as a solid support, we are using platinum metal. Platinum is considered as an inert metal and just assumes that it is not reacting. And so that's why platinum is used as a solid support here. Even though.
Will they use the abbreviation SHE in exam?
Yeah, she is an accepted abbreviation. Standard hydrogen electrode. After writing the first and second point, I'll explain what is SHE. Then you can have a better understanding of it. Done? So here, the main points what we are discussing, the potential for the individual half cell is not, you can't measure. Yes, Muslim. Half H2, yeah. That's what the reaction happening. But you can write it after my explanation. I'll explain what is happening in SHE so that you can understand it better. So individual measurement is not possible for electrode potential of an half cell. So what you can do is always connecting two half cells to find the total EMF. That means one half cell's value you should be knowing so that other ones you can find out. That is why they're fixing the standard hydrogen electrode with the voltage of 0.0 volt, that is 0 as fixed, and connecting with that standard hydrogen electrode, they are finding the electrode potential of every other half cell. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. So let's look into how the standard hydrogen, because hydrogen is a non-metal and gaseous state. So how hydrogen can set up a half cell? That is a question. Chetan, you're still writing? Okay. Third point, no. That I'll explain with the diagram. Done? Yeah, we'll come back to this slide to write the third point later. For that, just look, this is how the half cell standard hydrogen half cell or the electrode look like. Because hydrogen cannot be in a solid form, but you need a solid which is a conductor to connect with external circuit. That is why we are using platinum metal, right? So this is actually a piece of platinum metal with some part at the end, like you can see an area down, which is finely divided. Wait, yeah, you have to draw this. Finely divided platinum coated on platinum foil. That means a very thin platinum layer, like what you can say, metal, piece of metal, which is coated with platinum black or porous platinum. Why we need a porous platinum? Because your element is hydrogen. Platinum is not directly an half cell. Platinum is considered to be inert. So you are passing hydrogen gas here. So that H2 will come, and you know that it can get absorbed on the surface of platinum. So there will be H2 gas absorbed on the surface of platinum, porous platinum, and there are H plus ions in the solution. So H2 and H plus, they are making electrode potential. Just like zinc and Zn2 plus from electrode and electrolyte creating a potential. Similarly, here hydrogen gas and H plus ions is creating a potential, and we assume that that potential is 0.0 volt. We just assume that this is standard hydrogen electrode and its voltage is 0. Right? So you have to draw this one. This is how the standard hydrogen electrode, a rough diagram. It will be always represented as platinum, solid, hydrogen gas. These two things together act as the electrode. Platinum alone is not an electrode. Hydrogen gas alone is not an electrode. They together, they exist as the electrode. And the electrolytic solution is a solution containing H plus ion. Any H plus ion. So you can take HCl or sulfuric acid, anything which can produce H plus. And you can see its concentration is 1 molar, that is 1 mole per decimeter cube. Or you can write 1 mole per liter. That is a concentration. That is when we call it as standard. Whenever the measurement is done under standard condition, mean 1 mole per liter as a concentration. And here, unlike the metal, it's a gas. Hydrogen is a gas. So pressure also should be standard. That is 1 bar pressure. If it's a metal, we know that we don't have to look or worry about the pressure, because metal is it does not affected by the pressure. But as it is a gas, that also should be in a standard pressure, that is 1 bar pressure. So for any half cell which is in gaseous cell, not only the concentration, but the pressure also should be in the standard condition, that is 1 bar pressure. So under the standard condition, the hydrogen electrode is known as standard hydrogen electrode, which is abbreviated as SHE. So as you can see, the working will be hydrogen gas will be passed through this opening, which is an inverted test tube with a special opening over there. And you have platinum wire with one end having porous platinum, right? So what happens? These hydrogen gas and get adsorbed on the surface of platinum metal, and it will be in contact with H plus ion in the electrolyte. So there is a potential between hydrogen gas and H plus, but that will be very negligibly small. That's why we take it as 0 volt. We just assume, even though there will be a slight potential will be created between H2 and H plus, as it is very small, we are neglecting it or neglecting it and taking it as 0 volt. So this is just a relative system. We are not taking actual electrode potential. We are taking the electrode potential compared to the standard hydrogen electrode, where we are assuming its potential to be 0 volt. So if you're drawing this diagram clearly, then you don't have to explain in wordings. You can just write this is platinum wire, and make sure that you're writing the pressure also 1 bar and concentration 1 molar concentration, or you can write it in this way also, 1 mole per decimeter cube or 1 mole per liter. That is known as 1 molar solution.
Ma'am, the outer shell, is that also platinum?
Which one?
Ma'am, like the outer, the light gray casing, the larger one.
This one you're talking about the bubbles?
No, ma'am. It looks like the electrode.
No, there is no electron because it's just a half cell, no transfer of electron, right?
Okay, ma'am, but the wire goes in through something, right? So is that
That
platinum?
is what known as the porous platinum. It's known as
Okay.
porous platinum. Platinum wire at the end, it's connected with the like a surface, a plate of platinum, something which is porous, so that hydrogen can come and deposit, like adsorb on the surface.
Okay.
Just not like a very thin wire, because this hydrogen gas has to get adsorbed, right? Then only there will be connection between hydrogen and H plus ion. For that we are using platinum, porous platinum. I think that is there in this explanation. Standard hydrogen electrode consists of platinum electrode coated with platinum black. Platinum black means it is porous. Very like what there will be pores on the surface of platinum, so that hydrogen gas can come and adsorb on it. Otherwise, there will not be any potential. So no need to write this point as if you're drawn the like if you're drawn everything with specifying gas, pressure, concentration and everything, then that is what explained in the third point. You want that slide? Yeah. So just read, you can understand the same thing what is there in the drawing. Standard hydrogen electrode is platinum electrode coated with platinum black, that is the porous platinum. And the solution is dipped in an acidic solution of 1 mole concentration, 1 molar concentration. And pressure, the gas is passed through a pressure of 1 bar. That much is only there in the third point, so you don't have to write it. The drawing is more than enough to explain the setting up of a half cell standard hydrogen electrode. Is that clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Once you know how the standard hydrogen electrode is there and how it is working, then you can connect it with any other half cells to find its electrode potential. So we have one more period, so at that time we'll look on that, how we can measure the electrode potential of other half cells. For hydrogen, we got a half cell and we assume that its value is 0. Now turn is like you have to connect this standard hydrogen electrode with all the other half cells and find their electrode potential. Okay, so that we'll discuss in the next class. Any doubt in the topics we discussed so far?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.